It's the original rivalry, but perhaps not as we know it. Ex-Reds defender Robbie Cornthwaite has labelled this the Desperation Derby, and he's got a point. Adelaide have been in a post-World Cup slumber, while the wheels seem to have completely fallen off the Melbourne Victory on and off the park. Perhaps this is the game both need to shake them out of their torpor, and it's normally a must-watch. This the 60th meeting between the two clubs, and haven't they given us some memories down the years? And the Red Army paying homage to their idol, Craig Goodwin, who is part of the Red starting 11, which shows two changes, both enforced. Louis Dorigo is the natural replacement for the suspended Isaias in midfield, but a blow in defence with Lockie Barr, a late scratching with a hamstring injury. So Javi Lopez returns, although whether it'll be the Spaniard or Panache Madana to partner Alexander Popovic remains to be seen. Youngster Panayotis Kikianis is drafted onto the bench. The other Reds casualty is their coach, Carl Veert, who is unwell, so Mark Milligan deputises this evening. Now, 4 changes for Victory. Nani, of course, is out for the season. Roderick Miranda out with soreness. Raimar Shan and Cadete are both dropped. In come Matt Bozinovski and Noah Smith, who both make their first starts for the club. Lee Broxham returns in a midfield role, while Chris Economides is available again after missing the Brisbane Roar game with an ankle problem. Nick D'Agostino plays his 100th A-League men's match, and Bruno Fornaroli is on the bench. And both teams really in need of the 3 points. Josh Brillante was dropped for the Mariners match, but back to skipper the team, and Victory need a performance. And this, Andy Harper, is not always the easiest place to come to try and get that sort of performance.
No, good evening, Simon. It's not always the easiest place to come, but it does provide a fantastic atmosphere to stir the players up if needed, because Victory could do with a tonic. It has been such a difficult period for the club. Adelaide not in great shakes themselves, but similar form for both over the last 5 to 6 matches.
The one thing that the Reds do have over Melbourne Victory, at least so far this season, is goals. It's the difficulty for Tony Popovic putting the ball in the back of the net. Sometimes it can be about confidence. Certainly isn't about quality, because on paper at least we know that they have that. Halloran's ball is wayward, but Economides has missed it completely, and Ryan Kitto says thanks, I'll have that, and invites Craig Goodwin forward down the left. Always a ripple of excitement when he's on the ball. The Reds captain, their top scorer this season with 4, but not in his last 3 matches. Zach Clough, who's still waiting for his first goal at Cooper Stadium. Scored just the once in Reds colours in the playoffs against Melbourne City last year. Halloran ghosting into the box, still going, Ben Halloran, and tees up Craig Goodwin, needed a second touch, fires it into the roof of the net. Brilliant stuff by the Reds. Ben Halloran, the architect. Craig Goodwin took his time, but found the top corner. 5th of the season, Reds 1-0.
Well, that's a way to light up Coopers before the lights have come on. It's questionable defending from Victory. On the Harvey Norman replay, it's not going to look very good for the men from Melbourne, but it looks fantastic for the Adelaide boys. It's a brilliant dribble from Ben Halloran. Great vision to find the Socceroo Craig Goodwin, who turns onto his less favoured right foot, and he smashes the ball into the roof of the net. Four players may as well have been witches' hats if you're a Victory supporter. It doesn't help the confidence when such a commodity has been so lacking.
Well, that goal for Craig Goodwin Bozinovski. Haven't talked about him yet, Hearts. Matt Bozinovski, first start, played only 16 minutes for the club so far. That was off the bench against MacArthur, but in from the off today, alongside Sporanovic.
Well, it gives them great height. Isuzu, the Adelaide striker, of course, towers pretty much over every opponent against whom he plays. You can't say that against young Bozinovski, who is no slouch.
Here's Broxham, worth a go.
And that promises to be a good battle. That didn't promise or prove to be a great effort from Lee Broxham. But again, things just very tight for Victory. Playing under so much pressure, the guys.
Lee Broxham playing for the 43rd time. Rolante, the chest of Smith. Loose ball breaks for D'Agostino. Ferried out wide for Chris Economides. Good spell of pressure by Victory. Economides and Brimmer. Second time around, and Joe Gauci grabs it somehow. And play will stop for an injury now for Alexander Popovic. Victory are appealing for handball. Jake Brimmer leading that particular discussion.
That's great from Economides. That's a beautiful jink. And then he does put it into the mixer.
Well, there is an arm in play there.
That's a great reaction, double reaction from Joe Gauci. I'm not sure that you can give that for handball, but that's what the claim is from Victory. That is a big escape.
Well, it's not been given. And Tony Popovic perhaps just quietly seething. Still perhaps time for Victory to go into the dressing rooms on level terms. Broxham, D'Agostino, lifted into the box, here's Brillante! Well, he had to take it in that sweeping movement first time, and he just couldn't hit the target.
Well, it was a confident hit, which is, it's good to say. It couldn't have been that wide. It was a good run forward from Brillante. This is more trademark from him, the shot not endangering Joe Gauci upon reflection, but the run was good, the willingness to shoot first time. Just to take the positive view on that, but it's another good incursion from Victory.
Turned back by Brimmer, and further so by Sporanovic, and then by Bozinovski. Good scrapping by Guerrier. Broxham, and worked on quickly through Brimmer for Ben Falami. Smith trying to get forward to offer him support down that left-hand side, and Victory will get the set piece. Maybe with the last chance of the first half. Adelaide argue about the decision, and a yellow card issued to Juande for dissent.
Well, he got there just a fraction late and from the side. One day, I think anyone who's been in that situation would feel the same frustration, but you can't compound it by putting yourself in the book. And a nice swift move from Victory. One of their issues, I think, has been sometimes, and this happens with teams who get in a rut and then their confidence drops, overthink things, overplay things, deliver too slowly. On that occasion, and Jake Brimmer had that view over his left shoulder that Falami was free, and as soon as the ball came to him, he whipped it straight out to Falami, who then went and did his business to win this free kick within range for Jake Brimmer. And what a great tonic this would be for the struggling Victory on half-time. If the reigning Johnny Warren medalist can find something special, it'll have to be to beat Joe Gauci.
Well, they've had some free kick specialists down the years. Carlos Hernandez, Guy Finkler. Jake Brimmer's scored a couple of good ones in his time. And Victory need a lift. can he provide it? Victory have got two men in that defensive wall, standing a couple of metres in front of the Adelaide 4. Big moment this, Brimmer. The wall does its job. There will be a corner though for Victory, and there will probably just be time for it.
Isuzu, the tallest in the Adelaide team, jumping and heading the ball to safety.
Brimmer again on set-piece duty. Towards the near post, and Isuzu's there again. And Sean Evans says that will do. The Reds fans happy at the break. Their cult hero, Craig Goodwin, has the goal. Tony Popovic quickly away down the tunnel to begin another important half-time team talk victory. Again, haven't quite been at their best. They have created opportunities, probably more so than the home side, but just lacking that little bit of confidence. Ben Halloran's been good down the right for the Reds, but as is so often the case, it's Craig Goodwin who has got the goal that matters. It came early, and it gives us that half-time scoreline of Adelaide United 1, Melbourne Victory 0. Temperatures have cooled considerably since the heat of the day. Quite a stiff breeze blowing around the stadium as well. The lights on. Good crowd at Cooper's. Where would you rather be, Andy Harper, on a Saturday night?
I'm pretty happy, Simon.
Me too.
I've spent plenty of Saturday nights with you in this environment, and I can't say I've never enjoyed it. And there's a good gallery here tonight. It's a wonderful place to congregate and enjoy our great game. Adelaide, more often than not, make it a great night. They've got their noses in front here. It's a massive 45 minutes for Melbourne Victory. I know they're sort of dominating the narrative at the moment. Reds fans are probably getting a little bit edgy about it because their team's at home and they've got their own title aspirations, and they're very capable of winning this competition. But there is a fixation that goes with big teams at the foot of the table.
Big clubs bring big pressure for coaches. It's not where Victory expected to be. By the way, we got a note from the ever-reliable Andrew Howe during the half-time break. January 2008, the last time Victory selected a starting 11 with no foreigners in it, and only the fourth time ever. Incredible. Here's one of the Aussie boys, Ben Falami. And he's got past Madana. Can he find the cross? It's not bad. And it bounced around a bit like pinball inside the Reds box there before Gauci grabbed it.
But it's another great raid. And it was a good run into the box from Brimmer. Falami squaring the ball, and Brimmer missed the ball completely.
Here's Kitto, who goes first time. It's just beyond Clough, and Acton Mulgala
Just couldn't get a little tail on that ball, Ryan Kitto. He and Goodwin down the near touchline this half. For Adelaide, just an ever-present danger. Clough is a player who promises plenty. I think fair to say, Simon, that Zach hasn't completely delivered on the promise yet.
Berlanto might deliver on the promise of that intelligent ball over the top. And behind him is D'Agostino! Oh, that's a bullet! Wow! That was hit with total conviction from Nick D'Agostino, and it fairly tore into the back of the net. And we're all square. Brilliant goal.
Well, this is trademark on the Harvey Norman replay from Josh Berlanto. Great run out of midfield. And on the same week that shirt front sponsor, Bonza, launch their airline in Australia, Nick D'Agostino launches a rocket at Hindmarsh. There's no stopping that, not even from Joe Gauci.
One of Australia's heroes at the World Cup, of course, Craig Goodwin. Goal against France. Goal that went in via a deflection against Argentina. foul by Madonna.
Beautiful pass from Lopez to Madonna. It asked a lot of the youngster, but he was up to it. Retrieved the ball just inside the byline. And then fouled Jay Barnett, who looked to carry the ball out for victory.
George Blackwood and Nestori Irankunda being ready as a double change for Adelaide. Next break in play. Loose in possession though, the home side. Here's Josh Brillante looking to hang it up to that back post. And D'Agostino's taken another hefty thump as he careered into Gauci, barely flinched. D'Agostino again flattened on the High Marsh pitch.
Well, goalkeeper's favourite here. D'Agostino, heavy body contact. Referee nervous about head contact there. Jake Prim has made the assessment that everything's okay.
Irankunda, now Halloran. Goodwin at the top of the box. It's Irankunda. Oh, that's absolutely cleaned up Ryan Marchand. Completely taken off his feet. No blame to Nestori Irankunda. He just could not get out of the way. And he's taken that full to the face. And Sean Evans has rightly stopped play. Bang. Oof.
Well, having just come on the field, I don't think there's much chance he's going to stay on the field.
It was like a right hook from Mike Tyson there. Brimmer. And Wilson's done well again. And tries to place it. It's too hot to handle for Joe Gauci. Positive introduction by the substitute. Here's another. Nestori Irankunda. He's got Halloran centrally if he needs him. Wanted to go on his own. And Halloran saying, why didn't you pass the ball to me? And he should have done.
He's in the mood though, Simon. He's in the mood. He's been electric off the bench, and this is just the sort of space he loves and has maximised previously. But he did have better options.
We're going to have some late drama here at High Marsh. Kitto, lovely 1-2 with Goodwin to open up the space. Halloran, this would be a wonderful goal if they could get it, but in the end, Victory got bodies in the way and now will spring forward themselves. It's Valupale around the challenge of Alagic. And if they look the other way, Economides has a big chance. Oh! Goodness me, Leighton Brooks. What a chance to win it for Victory, and he got right underneath it and put it into row D of the crowd.
Well, it was magnificent on the near side from Valupale. Brilliant feet. Economides found the pass. Brooks probably even could have taken a touch to settle. Goodwin.
Touched by Blackwood. Halloran driving through the guts of the Victory defence. It'll pop out here for Goodwin, who tries to lift it over the top for Irankunda.
Yeah, I thought Blackwood, probably, sorry Simon, I thought Blackwood should have fed Irankunda. That's when the chance was on. Goodwin tried to correct.
Crossing towards Blackwoods. Here's the chance, is it for the Reds? Kitto. Victory, stay strong. Bozinovski with the block.
Again, he's contributed a lot of clearances tonight, Bozinovski. His starting debut for Victory in the white heat.
Home fans trying to rouse their team for one last effort. Into the 6th minute of added time. Valupale, is there a late winner for Victory? Good feet by the substitute. He's chopped down by Alagic. Oh, and Sean Evans, I think he initially tried to play the advantage. And he perhaps just didn't wait long enough.
Well, he couldn't see William Wilson. And Wilson should have been in the ref's ear. Hold off, ref, I'm coming.
Alagic booked.
because that was a great situation brewing for Adelaide. Another chance now for Melbourne, rather. Another chance now for Adelaide. Gauci launches. Who's going to get the crumbs for this one?
Blackwood's determined to try and get there. Spranovic just too strong. Quite honestly, Harps, on nights like this, perfect size stadium, great pitch, 11,000 people in, great game of football. You wonder why there are ever any issues with the A-League. It's perfect when it's like this.
And this fixture is often like this.
See that breeze that has grown in strength as the night has gone on, just holding that goal kick up from Acton. Here's Halloran, still time, we're into the last minute of the 8th additional. Yuran Kunda on the right. Behind him is Madana. Still going, Panache Madana. Wilson says enough of that. They'll start again through Popovic. Is there enough time for the Reds? Easy win for Guerrier. Brought down by Economides. He's heading back the wrong way though, and the Reds have pinched it. One day. Needs a good ball from Goodwin. Bozanovsky there yet again. D'Agostino can barely move. Here's Javi Lopez. That would have been the back page headline and it flown in the top corner. And that says Sean Evans. Disappointment for both sides. They both desperately wanted the 3 points tonight, but they both contributed to an excellent contest. Craig Goodwin put the Reds in front with his 5th of the season, his 49th in all competitions for the Reds after just 7 minutes. But Nick D'Agostino's howitzer just after the restart ensured a share of the spoils for Melbourne Victory. It's a point that lifts Victory off the foot of the table on goal difference for now and stems the bleeding for Tony Popovic's team after 3 straight losses. The Reds back in the 6th, but frustrated. Their post-World Cup blues continue to an extent. But all in all, a really good night's entertainment at Cooper's, and it ends all square. Adelaide United 1, Melbourne Victory 1.